Hello guys, this is Silly V here. We're back at it again with another video here. This time we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're actually going to be doing a story time. This is my first story time. I don't really do story times, but there's a first time for everything. So I'm going to tell you the story of the time where I got pulled over by a cop car. Well, CHP, California Highway Patrol. In the middle of the night, around like 3 a.m. It was like 4. Anyways, yeah, I got home at 4, but 3 a.m. I got pulled over, and I was like a cool 10 minutes from my house, and how I got away with it. So I'm gonna teach you right here. So, we start off the story. I work at Wingstop, and Wingstop we close around 12. 12 o'clock we close, so. But the thing is, you don't leave at 12. You leave when you're done cleaning, and it takes around like, on a busy day, it takes around like 40 to an hour to clean. So, we're done cleaning, all of us at Wingstop. We're done cleaning around like 12:45. It was a pretty good time to get out, considering how much people came in last second trying to get the wings at 11:50. Who orders the wings at 11:50? I hate people who do. I'm sorry. If you come to a store 10 minutes before they close and you start ordering, I'm gonna spit in your food. No, I'm joking. I'm really gonna do that. But listen. We all, after work, we all decided to get some food. And the only place that's open this late is 2 places. No, I take that back. Around 4. McDonald's, Jack in the Box, In-N-Out, and Denny's. Denny's is the only place where they got real food, not fast food. So we just decided to hit up Denny's, and that's our new spot. That's our spot we go to, Denny's. You get them zesty nachos, or you get them $2 pancake meal or whatever. The banana cream too. But this is it. So we all went to Denny's. There was like 4 or 5 of us, right? And after Denny's, we get there like around 1. And then we have to wait for like a whole hour to get our food because there's only 1 cook and there's hella people in there. And then all that. So we wait till 2 o'clock and we start eating. So 2:30 we're done. And I need to take my friend home. He lives a cool 20 minutes away from Denny's. So I decided to take him. I started driving him, I took the highway and there was no cars out. No cars at all on the highway. Imagine a highway completely empty. That was insane. So I looked at him, he looked at me, and I'm like, how fast can we go? I'm like, we'll see. So I gas it. We're going 80, 90, 95, then 96, 97, my car starts shaking. I'm like, yeah, we're done. I'm not trying to die. We're done. If you see this type of car I drive, you would not want to go above 80, but yeah, after 97, I was like, no, we're done. So I drop him off, get him home. I tell you another story. Dropping this man home all the time, I almost got shot one day, but different story. So I dropped him off. I started heading home. It's a cool 20, 30 minutes away from his house to my house. If you drive fast like me, and I don't drive like no ordinary person going 65 or 70 on the highway. I go 80, 90 because why not? I'm trying to get home. I gotta work the next day. I gotta wake up at 8 o'clock. Oh no. Yeah, I gotta wake up around 8 to 8:30. No, I gotta wake up at 8 because I got work at 9 the next day. And it's right now 3 a.m. and I'm still not asleep in my bed. And I work at 9. So you realize why I'm going fast. Cause I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to sleep. So I go 90 on the highway, swerving, blasting my music, you feel me? Blasting Little Baby, little late night vibes. And then, put a little bit of her, get my feels R&B. But then I get off the highway, I'm like, and then I get off the highway, And then off the highway, the speed limit's 40 miles per hour. And my ass is going around 60, 70 miles per hour. And I'm like, who cares? There's no cops out. So as I'm going down this road, that's 40 miles per hour. There's 2 ways to get home. Take a left. And then you go through more in the city, through a neighborhood. But your speed limit's around 25 to 30 the whole way. The other way, speed limit's around 40. And then it drops down to 35 for a little bit. And then it goes back to 40. However, there's chances of cops there because some cops like to stay there. And I'm like, I should probably take the left way, but I'm trying to get home faster because if you take the left, which is the slower spot with the 25 to 30 mile per hour zone. It takes longer, but there's usually no cops. But if you go straight, the speed limit's higher. Sometimes there's cops, but you get home faster because it's shorter. So I'm already going like 60, 65 in a 40. And I'm like, should I make the left? I gotta slow down. I'm like, I don't feel like slowing down. So I just go straight and blast through the green light. Well, it was a yellow, but I still blast through it, you feel me? Last second. And then I'm going. I'm like, there's sometimes cops here. Should I slow down? So I let off the gas a little bit. And I slow down to 60, 50, well, 55. Then it goes to 50. I'm like, I look down the road. I'm looking. I don't see no cops. I don't see no headlights. I don't see nothing. So I get back on the gas. I go vroom, back up to 60, back up to 65, to 70. And all of a sudden, I see there's this cop car in someone's driveway on that road. But his driveway is like a little dirt road that goes to his house. But in that dirt road, he has a fence blocking off so you can't see. But in front of that fence is a little bush. This cop car was behind the bush in the mailbox in the fence, and you cannot see him. How I saw him, my headlight reflected off his headlight, and everything in his car was off. But his car was on. It was on, but everything on his car was off. And I saw the reflection off his headlight. I was like, oh.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I thought, if I hit the brakes, I'm gonna pass him going like 60 to like 50, and I'm gonna be hitting the brakes all the way from far, and I'm still gonna be going that fast. He's gonna be like, yo, you were speeding. So I didn't really want to hit the brakes, because that's like, oh, look at this car hitting the brakes. He's speeding, definitely, because I see cops do that. Where you pass a cop and you're hitting the brakes, it pulls the guy that was hitting the brakes. So I was like this. Our car has a little, you can turn overdrive off, and if you don't know what that is, you can search it up. But that slows down your car, puts it in lower gears, like you engine brake pretty much. You slow down the car with your engine going slower. So I hit that button, and then my handbrakes barely work. So I hit the handbrake, and it barely works where it won't lock up the brakes, but it still slows the car down. And like, I don't care, I messed up my handbrake already. So I hit the handbrake and hit the overdrive off, and my car starts slowing down fast. It goes from 70, 60, 50. And that's me without hitting the brakes. I'm not gassing it, not hitting the brakes or nothing. And I passed that cop going like 50. And then, mind you, the part the cop was in was right after the speed limit change sign, which was 35. It went from a 40 to a 35. I just passed him going 50. I was going 70, but slowed right before I passed him. I know for a fact he clocked me in at 70. But it don't matter. I passed that man. I was like, oh snap! And I saw him pull the car out the driveway. He still had every single light off his headlight, everything. I was like, oh, yep, I'm done. So I just say screw it. I turned the overdrive off. I turned off my handbrake. I started hitting the brakes. I pull over. Well, I get to the right lane, then I turn right, pull over, everything, turn off my car, hands on the steering wheel, because I'm not like a shot. Like, this is the type you see on the news. I'm sorry. Like no, I'm off everything. Like, put on the top of the dash. I was like, So he comes up behind me, right? But he finally turns on his lights. And then he sits there for a whole 10 to like 20 minutes. And mind you, I'm falling asleep. I'm trying to sleep and I got work. So it was like 4 something at this moment.
20 minutes later.
Man finally decides to come out of this car with his flashlight, with his car's light all up in my face and shit. I can't see. He puts up his flashlight. He's like, you know how fast we're going? I'm like, yep. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, home. And he's like, well, where did you come from? He's like, well, I was like, oh, I came from work. And he's like, where you work at? I'm like, Wingstop. He's like, Wingstop? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, which one? And then I told him which one I worked at, and he was like, oh, really? I go there all the time. And he's like, man, you should plug me sometime. I was like, definitely. If you come by, I'll definitely plug you. Just let me know. Just ask for me. And he's like, oh, for real? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, let me see your license. He just grabbed my license. This man took it. He didn't even go to the back to his computer to type it in or anything. He just looked at it. He's like, all right, I see you on Wingstop. And he gave back me my license. And he's like, have a nice day. I'll see you later. And then I'm like, all right, whatever. And he just let me go. I was like, whoa. Like, I just passed this cop going like 70 to 50. Well, I passed him going 50, but he saw me going 70. And I just got away with it. He pulled me over, like 3 something, like 3:45, he pulled me over. And yeah, I just got away with it. And you know what? I saw this man at Wingstop, but I didn't plug him. I remember he came in one time, and then I saw him. He saw me, and I was all the way in the back. I looked at him. He didn't wave or anything. He just looked at me. I looked at him. I just went like that.
Oh, okay.
And I kept going back to work. I didn't plug that. I didn't plug him. Man, I feel bad for that. But thank you, whoever you are, that cop. I cannot afford a ticket. That cop was a plug. Alright. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you. Subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the story time. Just subscribe, leave a comment down below. Thank you.